All right, so you know the drill. We're going to turn on the hot dog cannon, and for every hot dog that you catch in your mouth, you get $100 toward a boob job that you desperately need.
I know.
Okay, here we go. Oh, a miss! Oh, you got her in the eye with that one. Whoa, that one was a teat-seeking missile.
Peter Griffin has created many memorable moments throughout Family Guy's history. But which one do you think is the funniest? Well, we've investigated, and these are some of the funniest moments and episodes we've found in Family Guy's long TV run.
Aha! There's me wench.
Peter, what the hell are you doing?
That's Long John Peter to you, porthole. Ha 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 ha!
What about Peter transforming himself into a famous pirate? In this episode, after befriending a parrot, Peter decides to change his personality and transform himself into a fully fledged pirate. Other cool moments from this episode include Chris having a girlfriend and Peter creating a pirate war during the episode. We heavily recommend this one. Also, the name of this episode is a reference to the villain from Treasure Planet.
Announcing the arrival of His and His Majesty, the exceedingly wealthy and very important Viscount James Earl Tennis Racket and Duke of Lacrosse team.
This episode's name might ring a bell to you if you're a movie fan, but is it a great episode? For sure it is. After a big incident with a harmonica, Peter decides to take his talents to the next level and go to America's Got Talent so he can demonstrate his talent as a musician. Also, Chris meets a girl named Amanda and scores an invitation for the family to the Barrington Club. This relationship sparks a war between the Griffin family and the Barringtons to see which family has the better reputation. Such a cool episode.
You will recommend Breaking Bad to everyone you know.
I will recommend Breaking Bad to everyone I know.
Breaking Bad is the best show you've ever seen.
Who doesn't like a good old space episode? Especially if it involves a crazy family like the Griffins. After Chris experiences some trouble at school, his family decides to let him choose a space camp. And after they go to visit him, Chris launches his family to outer space. This puts his family in real danger, and he has to prove that he's a worthy space pilot and that he has the skill to save his family from that catastrophe. We also like more Chris-focused episodes.
Okay, here's the rules. No hitting below the belt, no rabbit punches, no name calling, no making trouble for unconventional couples who want to adopt babies, because you know what? They ain't getting the good babies anyways. Okay, have a fun fight. Ding, ding.
$1 Million Baby is a cult classic for many cinema lovers, and here we see Lois embracing her inner boxer persona. Even if we mentioned $1 Million Baby while talking about this episode, the truth is that this awesome adventure has many references to another well-known boxing saga. This episode is an ode to Rocky. During the episode, we can hear the song The Eye of the Tiger, Gonna Fly Now, and also there's some other scenes referencing some of the best moments in professional boxing history. A must-see for those that want to put their gloves on for some action.
Is it your line?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, whose line is it?
Cut! That was Peter's line. Where's Peter?
Sorry, I was in my trailer eating fancy nuts and smoking.
All right, everybody, take 5.
We know that Fox is proprietary to many great cartoon and humor shows, but what if the characters from Family Guy wanted to leave their own show? This episode shows the integrants of the Griffin family completely breaking the fourth wall and showing the spectators how an episode is made. Also, this episode shows one of the deepest secrets in the show, because it explains how Peter is able to endure all those hard moments and those misfortunes. We don't want to spoil anything for you, so give it a watch.
Maisel, will you also go to buy sweatpants and cat food? Let's start with Game of Thrones, which aired 8 seasons and was beloved by America for 6.5 seasons.
From roasting one TV channel to roasting another, this episode is completely dedicated to throwing shade at TV giants HBO. After his uncle passes out, Peter uses his uncle's credit card to constantly consume the streaming service of HBO, to the point that his subscription gets canceled. Due to this, the episode focuses on making fun of many important shows, much like Game of Thrones, Succession, and Big Little Lies. Seeing Peter and his family transformed into characters of those fabulous shows is such a funny experience that we couldn't not name this episode.
What? It's very loud.
We're getting none of this!
If we can't hear him, he can't hear us saying we can't hear him.
What a mess!
We've always liked to know a little more about our favorite characters' dreams and desires, so we thought that this episode is a must-see for every fan of the show. After Peter is drinking with his friends at the Drunken Clam, he thinks about how awful his current job is. So Joe suggests that it would be a great idea to share their dream job with all of their best friends. We see Peter playing the role of a spy and parodying the James Bond movies with Stewie as the big bad of the film, while Quagmire becomes the inventor of aerobics, and Cleveland works for the LAPD with Joe as his partner. This leads to some super funny scenarios between our favorite characters and some adventures you've never seen before.
Stewie, step aside.
Penelope, I can't let you do this.
Stewie, she's 1 year old. I think I can handle this myself. All right, Stewie, tag in.
How lovely it is to see Stewie falling in love. Or is it? In this episode, we meet one of Family Guy's best side characters to ever be created, Penelope. Penelope and Stewie will create a love bond that is as lovely as it is dangerous, because that's what happens when two psychopaths fall in love with each other. This episode puts Stewie and Brian's friendship to the test because Penelope tries to plot against the Griffin's family dog. Also, we can see that some of the scenes from the episode are inspired by the classic blockbuster James Bond film From Russia with Love.
Love for sale.
Looking good, honey.
No blacks.
Love for sale. Race contingent. Love for sale.
Hello to any Dickens fans out there. In this episode, after Sherlock Holmes, Stewie, solves a case in which the crown jewel is stolen, we see that he and Dr. Watson, Brian, are set to retire. This leads to the appearance of a brutal killer known as V. This episode has many references to cult killers, much like Sweeney Todd and Mac the Knife. The title of the episode is also a reference to V for Vendetta.
I'm telling you, Peter, you're wasting your time. She's never taking me back.
Well, you'll never know until you try. Hey, I brought this sack of garbage from my home. Where do I put this? Just anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
Yay, people! All right, here she comes.
Some people like to have dogs as their personal pets, but Peter decided to befriend a dolphin in this episode. After saving a sunken Mercedes-Benz in the ocean, Peter gets to know the dolphin known as Billy Finn. Billy will later try life on dry land, and after spending some time together, Peter discovers that Finn has a big problem because he's been estranged from his wife for so long. This leads to the creation of a very strange friendship and many other cool subplots regarding Stewie and Brian and his matters with Miss Emily. We recommend you watch this episode. Well, there you have it, Family Guy fans. These are some of the funniest moments and episodes that you can find in your favorite show. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel so we can provide you with even funnier Family Guy moments. Until next time, goodbye.
No, this is it. You're in the right place. Listen, why don't you stick around and talk for a while? My listeners would love to hear about your new book. $100, boob job!
I'm gonna go.